things that you don't have, no matter how much money you have, you can't always buy. I know that's an interesting topic in the material world, isn't it? But I have so much money, why can't I? Wisdom. How do you buy wisdom? You can hire good consultants. You can hire experts to enlighten you and give you wisdom. That doesn't make you know everything. It may inform you a lot. It can educate you to a lot of thoughts, theories, concepts, ideas, enlighten you. Does it always make you wise? To quote wisdom, but not practice learning your own wisdom through experiences, trial and error, and a myriad of other things. And repeating the same things day in and day out with your own disinformation and being argumentative with others that, hey, we've already talked about this, can we move on? No, I haven't. Well, but we did, and this is the sixth time, and you asked me the same questions over and over again. No, I remember everything. I could go down a list of examples that I've witnessed in this lifetime. Arrogance, ignorance, self-righteousness, envy, fear can block portals that will allow wisdom to manifest within you, no matter how much money you have. Repeating someone else's, what was alleged wisdom at a period of time in politics, religion, when times have changed and circumstances against you are different, and you try to apply somebody else's wisdom for the time, the place, the circumstances, and the situations that have become so different, for you to apply that wisdom and pound your fist or make a production of getting louder than someone else in the room and refusing to hear what they're saying, and of course telling them they're not wrong, but they don't understand. Teeters on condescending, insulting, domineering, bullying, harassing, intimidating. At some point, if you're truly wise, you find ways to mitigate with a person and hopefully you can find some common grounds. Or you try to find ways to excuse yourself politely and move on. But when you come back and it keeps happening and happening and happening and happening repeatedly over short periods of time, and God forbid, it just keeps continuing ad nauseum. At some point, it's time for an awakening to occur. And look into the skies, smell the fresh air, separate yourself, get some distance, and really evaluate what's the best solution here. Unfortunately, because of work, because of clients, because of circumstances, you may have to find someone else to fill in your place there. You may have to find a different method to deal with it. But far better to do that than to keep banging your head against a wall that's only going to cause you more personal hate or resentments or distrust, or pick the blank and fill it in. If you're in tune enough with what I'm saying here, and do have any friends, good spiritual or other advisors, to help you find some wholeness, implore them. But if it keeps coming back with the same results, at some point, you should look in the mirror and say, maybe it's time to walk on by. Food for thought. If you have some better experiences in this area, or things that have overcome those, gosh, we should talk. Because in taking on monumental tasks on a global level, whether you like it or not, you're going to encounter those. And if you are really equipped well and have the right framework to keep you cool and still have very positive results without having to lose traction on the bigger picture, you're someone I need to know. I do have some amazing people like that in my life. I do know what they would say. I don't even have to pick up a phone and call and ask them and run the scenario by. There's been enough of them over the decades, over the last couple centuries alone, that we've already compared notes on. And if I would have to say what would do, I know for sure I'd get a little chuckle and say, we've done this before, and you know what I would do. And, if you need to call me again, we can talk, but true friends won't abandon you. They'll tell you when it's wearing thin. They'll tell you when it's time they need to get off the phone for their own sanity or their work or their other things they got to get back to. And you don't take it personal. The key in coexistence, one I found that has helped me in many situations, is to realize that if you're at an impasse and you've tried everything that you can do with the best wisdom and the best teachers and the best advice that you've known to date, and you still want to make it work, you do need to get some time. So you can get some space, get some aerial vision, you've been in the minutia long enough, and really evaluate the importance of that at that time. And is it time to send in somebody else on my behalf? Or is it time to try and peaceably part, agree to disagree? Or is it time to just part, because even that will continue more of the minutia? Well, there are many more things and examples I could give, not to violate anybody's personal identity or to put others at risk. I will just say I've been very blessed with my teachers from above, when I be in a higher altitude. And I'm not talking about, hey, get high. I'm talking about, hey, get altitude. You'll figure it out. You will figure it out. And when you do, hopefully before that breaking point, you also know when it's time to send in the next team, or it's time to move on from the relationship, and it will either pass or somebody else will have a better pass at it. But for preservation of peace and sanity, you'll learn it's time to give peace a chance. May you be blessed in all you do each and every day. And may you bless others. And if you realize you're wearing thin or they're wearing thin, take a break. Rethink it before it becomes an unfortunate, volatile situation for the interest of the whole. Be blessed in what you do today.